Hey everybody, welcome to our special product training call tonight. We are so excited. We're going to give you a sneak peek and a little bit more information into the BeneYOU Sustain Wellness, the micronutrient therapy product that we're going to be rolling out this week. So we are so excited to introduce you guys to this and all of the amazing benefits that come to one, with proper supplementation and nutrition, and the wonderful things it can do for both our bodies and our minds. And we've got two fabulous guest speakers today, and I'm so excited for you guys to be able to get to hear a little bit of their story, just a little bit of a brief overview, I should say, is this product will be rolling out this week. We're going to be giving you guys a lot more details and marketing information, and so we just wanted to give you a little bit bigger sneak peek this week, because I know that a lot of you guys have had a lot of questions, and you guys have been hearing a lot of things, and what's this new product that's coming. And so we are really excited to enter into the world of micronutrients. And as we start to understand a little bit more and you start hearing stories about this product, I think that you guys are going to be blown away, not on just the simple fact that we've got an amazing product that we're bringing to market that's going to be in each and every one of your businesses in the near future, but the way that you're going to probably question yourself, especially when you hear these two testimonials tonight. You're going to be questioning yourself, how in the world have you ever lived without this product? And we're really excited about it. And so without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you guys my baby brother, somebody who I look up to and I have the utmost respect for. This gentleman has come into my life in October of 2016 and has continued to bless it every day since then. I have the utmost respect for him. I think he's forgot more about business and relationships than I'll ever know in a lifetime. He's on our advisory board here at BeneYOU, and he's just somebody that has never given up on the good fight of wanting to bring a micronutrient product to BeneYOU. And so it's with that my distinct honor and privilege to introduce you guys to the one and only Joe Melanie. Joe, take it away, my friend. I know you're excited about this product. I know you haven't slept for probably 6 months while we've been trying to bring this to market. But if you would, just maybe share a little bit of your story and go and take it away from here. And he's doing the call from his car. He drove all the way from Boise down here to our open house. And now he's turning around driving back. And for those of you that don't know, that is, with a speedy driver like Joe, that's about a 6-hour turn. So that's 12 hours total he'll be driving. Somebody like me that drives like a grandpa and doesn't have his personal driver like Stacy does, but somebody that drives like a grandpa, it would take me about 14 hours. So Joe, take it away, my friend.
Hey, thank you so much, Ryan. And yeah, this has been, this is such an exciting day, a time, and something that I've looked forward to for a long, long time. I can't even believe this day is here, that we're actually talking about this launch. So thank you for all the work you've done to make this be a possibility for all of us. And I just kind of want to do a brief overview of the product, since this is the product call, number one. And then I want to share with you my product story or testimony. And then I'll be introducing another dear, dear friend of mine to share her product story as well and what's happened with her family. So a little bit about micronutrients. I had never heard about micronutrients or micronutrient therapy until about 4 years ago. And I've dealt with anxiety and depression my entire life. As a 4-year-old child, I have bleeding ulcers. And it wasn't like horrible, debilitating, but it just wasn't, off and on, just really, really struggled throughout my whole life, and went on and off antidepressants a couple different times. Been on sleeping pills and some other psychotropic type medications a few different times, and never liked the side effects. Of course, when you're really, really depressed, not feeling anything is a good thing. But when you start to get healthy again, you want to have feeling, right? There's lots of good feelings. We want to feel excited. We want to feel joy. We want to feel happiness. And unfortunately, many times those medications eliminate that, as well as whatever it is we don't want to feel. So I actually found myself about 4 years ago in a place where I was considering going back on some antidepressant type medications when a psychiatrist friend of mine introduced me to a micronutrient therapy. It was a I mean, I'm very, very grateful for that. And but here at BeneYOU, we've really been working on creating our own blend of micronutrients and a micronutrient therapy product. So when the opportunity came to actually try this product, of course, when you have a product that you love and there's going to be a change, it's kind of like, well, there was a little bit of apprehension that I went through, and I really hope this works as well. I hope it gives me the same results. And after being on it for several months, I've had phenomenal results with this product. I'm sleeping great. I have good energy. My mood's good. I've dealt with a lot of stress the last few months. We've had some really interesting things happen in our family I lost my father in November and just some other family challenges. It's not been a smooth time at all. But when I pause and think about how I'm rolling through it, it's not that every day's sunshine and roses, but I'm able to roll through it in such a better way than I ever would have been in my entire life. So that's kind of my own personal story. I want to introduce you really to the next generation of micronutrient therapy. And our goal here is really helping you be you. That's why the product's called BeneYOU, right? This product is going to help you be the best possible version of yourself. And micronutrient therapy may assist with and is proven to assist with improved mental clarity, increased focus, better sleep, improved sense of overall well-being, full body and brain wellness, and it supports cognitive function. So those are some of the overall just things that almost everybody experiences when they start using a micronutrient therapy for the first time. Now, our specific formula, the formulator behind it, their team has been working on protecting or perfecting this formula for over 2 decades. So while this is a brand new product here to BeneYOU, rest assured, Ryan and Glenn didn't go out in the warehouse and mix up a bunch of stuff, put it in capsules, and are shipping it out praying it's working. This product has been through many, many different reiterations, reformulations, improvements over those 2 decades. It's been proven to work in science and in practice. And the fact is our formulator has over 1,000 different medical doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, and practitioners of that nature that are actually carrying this formula in their practice and are recommending it and prescribing it to patients. There is definitive proof that the formula will make a difference in your life, but reality is it doesn't matter what worked for me or Melanie, who you're going to hear from for a minute, or anyone else. What matters is your results. Okay, that's all that matters to any one of us, is what is our own personal experience. And that's what we want to really encourage you. As soon as possible, get your hands on this product, use it, and then tell us what's happening for you. But before we go any further, I really want to introduce someone who's become a great, great friend of mine. I met Melanie and her husband, Mike, as a result of this profession and as a result of micronutrient therapy. And I remember the first time, I'll never forget the very first time I ever heard the story of what happened to their family and watching what a miracle it was. And then, you know, Melanie's become a dear, dear friend of mine. She's a phenomenal leader and a great builder, and she's helped so many people. Melanie's a true giver and a servant leader. And I've watched her over years be willing to support anybody and everyone that she could help. And so with that, Melanie, would you please share with us a little bit about your family's experience?
Sure. Thank you for having me on this call tonight. I couldn't be more excited to have this product here at BeneYOU. Like Joe said, I want to explain how we got introduced to this from the beginning, but I'm so grateful for micronutrient therapy because it brought us to an industry that we've absolutely fallen in love with. And that's how I met Joe and so many other dear friends. And Ryan, I recently met him, and he's just really brought so many great things to our lives. So we're super grateful for that. But going back about 5.5 years ago, we were really struggling within our home. We had one of our children that he was really struggling. He's one of our twins. And really early on, we found that he couldn't focus in school. He was in and out of his seat. He didn't have any interest in school. He struggled there. He struggled with relationships, getting along with people, and mood swings, and things that we couldn't quite figure out. And we had looked everywhere for answers. And he was at a really young age when all of these symptoms started showing up. And suspended in first grade, you name it, we had been through it. And so we were always looking for answers. And he's such an awesome boy, but there was this side that we couldn't figure out. And so we had tried several things, from medications to any alternative products that we could find. And it wasn't until we found micronutrient therapy that we started seeing changes. And as a parent, you try to find solutions for your kids. And it was a hard time for us, because we tried to find the best solution that would bring him the most happiness. And you always think it's going to be a more difficult problem to solve. So when we found it in a bottle of micronutrients, we were quite surprised. We couldn't believe our eyes as we started seeing changes. And the changes weren't overnight. So don't think that if you take this, it's going to just be immediately different like the next day. You will start feeling changes, but sometimes it happens a little at a time. So give it time, because the results get better and better as you stay on the product. Some people notice within a few doses, and other people it takes a month or so. But once you start seeing the changes and feeling the changes, it really starts getting better from there. For myself, so going back to where we were with him, we started on this micronutrient therapy, and within a few weeks, we could see hope, a glimmer of hope. And as we continued to stay on the product, it started getting better. And instead of just having maybe an hour of good one day, we'd have a whole day, and then it was a whole week. And then we started having several days. And it was so exciting to see the miracle unfold of this person he was becoming. I love this name of this product, BeneYOU, be the best you, because that is what he has become. And that's what our whole entire family has become, because we've all jumped on and seen the results of this product and are all taking it now. But what we've experienced in his life has been miraculous, because now he's getting A's. He enjoys school. He's doing his homework. He loves being social. He's got tons of friends. He's super happy and enthusiastic. He's got this little entrepreneurial mind, and he started a lawn mowing business a couple of years ago. And so last summer, he was up to mowing 20 lawns a week. So it's just been miraculous to see what it's done for him and our whole family. It's brought peace back into our home. We were really struggling, and anytime you have someone struggling in your home, it affects the entire family and in the entire dynamics of what's going on in the home. So we're grateful that we found micronutrient therapy. For myself, I feel so much better as well. I have more energy. I feel more clear. I can focus. I used to get really overly anxious about what's coming up or what I have to do next. And now I'm calm. I just see my day ahead of me, do the things that need to be done, and it's less worry. So I love micronutrient therapy. I love what it's done for our family, and I couldn't be more excited to have it here at BeneYOU. And I really want to thank those that took part in getting this product here for us to share with others, because it's amazing to watch the lives change as we introduce it to other people. So thank you, Joe, for having me on the call tonight. And thank you, Ryan.
Thank you so much, Melanie. And Ryan may have some follow-up when we get to the end. So if you'll stay available, that would be awesome. But it's been such a joy getting to know Melanie and Mike and her kids and seeing her kids flourish. And, you know, by the time I met her son, he was doing fantastic. And so it's fun to see such great, healthy people as a result of a product that we're able to offer. And the beauty is, someone asked me today at the ribbon cutting, so what would someone who doesn't maybe have any of these symptoms that we've mentioned, like anxiety or depression or struggle, what could they expect to see? Well, if we go back to the previous slide, which the computer won't let me, sorry, but improve focus, right? Improve mental clarity, being able to deal with stress better. One of the really common things I hear from a lot of dads is, my fuse is about 3 seconds longer than it ever was, before they just snap at the kids, you know? So, and from a lot of moms as well. But so it just increased calmness and ability to focus, better sleep, and more energy. Those are the things that really almost every person I've ever seen that was willing to actually be on the product, for almost everybody sees results. Whoops, that's the really exciting thing about this product. So retail price point on this product is $55 and 35 sales points. Associate price is $47.50, which is unbelievable. Melanie and I were both so excited. I mean, we've never seen it offered at that low of a price. But remember, at BeneYOU, we all get a 10% rebate even on our own orders. That means you're getting 10% of the $335. That brings the price down to $44 a bottle, which is unheard of. I think Ryan and Glenn are geniuses in how they made that happen. A 3-bottle price is only $136 with 100 sales volume. That means with your 10% rebate, makes bottles or dollars per bottle, which is fantastic. A 10-bottle pack is $3.99 with 275 sales points, drops it all the way down to $37 a bottle, which is less than a lot of practitioners are able to even buy it for with some of the other previous versions that were available from our formulator. So remember, in the month of April, we also have free membership. So if you were to share this product with people and they wanted to buy 3 bottles, 100 sales volume order, and we're willing to set up an auto ship for that, we waive their activation fee of $29.95. So we're doing everything we can to make this as affordable as a choice for people to make, to say, yes, I'm willing to try this product. And I love to tell people, you know what, I can't make you any promises. I don't know what it'll do for you, but one thing I'll promise, it can't hurt and it might help. So for $50, to have some of the benefits that we've discussed tonight, I think it's worth taking a shot and seeing if it will work for you, like it has for me, like it has for Melanie, and like we've seen it work for hundreds and thousands of families all around the world. So with that, Ryan, I'll kick it back to you, sir.
Yeah, no, I'm, you know, when you were sitting here talking about like these testimonials, we've been going through all of these studies for both mental health as well as physical health when it comes to micronutrient therapy. I think this morning we were up to 123 studies just done on micronutrient therapy for the whole body system, mind and body. And don't worry, we're going to compile all of that and put it into one place so that you don't have to go out and do your own research. We definitely want you to go out and do your own research and be able to do that. But one thing that I would like to just, maybe if I could throw this question out to both of you, is, you know, I think a lot of times people think, oh, it's a vitamin, oh, it's a mineral, oh, it's, you know, all of these things. What, you know, both of you guys, when you were introduced to micronutrient therapy for the very first time, what was your initial reaction? Was it, oh, this is just another vitamin mineral, I will try it to see if it works? Or was it more, because, you know, this is our kind of our introductory call to our field on micronutrient therapy. What would you guys say to help people bridge that gap, that this is not just another vitamin mineral supplement, that we're talking about micronutrient therapy, and we're talking about absorption, and we're talking about all of these amazing things that makes this product so much more than just a vitamin mineral supplement? Melanie, you want to take that one first, and then we'll pass it to Joe?
Sure. I was taking a very high-end vitamin at the time that I was introduced to this, but never felt a difference. I thought, oh, this is just insurance for a longer lifespan. But I had no idea when I tried this that I would actually feel it. So when I started feeling better, I was shocked because I had not experienced that before. But it's the way that the minerals and vitamins are nanochelated over such a long period of time that it actually travels through the blood-brain barrier to affect our brains in a much greater way than any vitamin that you can buy over the counter. So it's definitely in the processing process.
Nice. I love it. Joe?
Yeah, when I first saw a box or looked at micronutrient therapy, I mean, I looked at the back of the box and I was like, well, this is $50, and you know, a Centrum vitamin is $9. So why don't I just buy Centrum, right? Because when you look at the ingredients, there's not going to be an ingredient that shocks you. You're not going to look at it and go, oh my gosh, it has that in it. You know, we didn't go to the Amazon River and find some special seaweed that only grows in alligator bellies. It's just normal everyday stuff. But what they've figured out in the reason it's called micronutrients is they figured out how to make these nutrient particles small enough that you get better absorption and better usage in the body. And the crazy thing is, you know, Melanie and I, the company we were with, they were really focused on the brain and how it impacted the brain, which was awesome. And it does make a huge difference. But one of my greatest testimonials was a nurse that had been a retired nurse that had incredible back pain, you know, just chronic back pain, and had been on all treatments and chiropractic care and shock care and all muscle therapy and all these things. And she started taking micronutrients, and within a month, her back pain was gone, right? So there's no one thing it does. It's great. One of the very cool things about micronutrient therapy is it does, like Melanie said, actually get into the brain and affect mood and behavior. But this isn't only for your brain, right? The brain is only, I think it's less than 2 pounds or right around 2 pounds. So it doesn't weigh much, but it actually consumes a vast majority of the micronutrients you receive from your diet. So I like to tell people, as a society with the standard American diet, we're actually slow starving our brains. Okay, so if you think of the kids you see pictures of in Ethiopia and Africa, bellies are all bloated, they're actually slow starving in macronutrients. They give them just barely enough that they live, but they're not really living. They have these little tiny arms and legs and bloated belly, and I consider that like slow starving a person. You know, if you go 42 days without any food, you starve to death and die. But we're giving them just enough to keep them alive, but not enough to be healthy. So I believe that as a society, we are slow starving our brains in micronutrients. We're getting enough macronutrients so we feel good. We can go run and work and play and do all these things. But the brain doesn't depend on as much macronutrients. It needs a lot of micronutrients, and specifically minerals that are in the brain. And if you go to the USDA, they've been tracking the mineral content of our soils since 1914. And we know that today our soils only have about, I think it's 14 or 17%. It's less than 20% of the mineral content that it had back in 1914. And this is what they're growing our food in. So if the minerals aren't in the soil, they can't get in the food. If they can't get in the food, we don't get them in our brain, right? So this is just a way to actually stop slow killing or slow starving your brain. So if someone said, well, I'm really healthy, I feel great, I'm happy all the time, I don't need this, I'm like, you still need it, because it's impossible to eat a healthy enough diet to get all the micronutrients that you need. And the amazing thing is, the stories I've heard for years from people that will say, I don't need this, I'm totally healthy, and a month later they're like, Joe, that stuff's amazing, right? So a lot of times we just get used to what's normal and we think everything's fine because we don't know how good everything really could be. This is going to help you really be you.
I love it. I love that. We were doing a video in preparation to launch some of the marketing materials for this product. And we were interviewing a gentleman who, standing next to me looks like a grade A prime beef compared to a Twinkie. So a really healthy individual, runs marathons, works out. And he said, I've eaten healthy my entire life. I work out, I do all of these different things. And he said, it wasn't until I started, he said, I didn't think that I needed this supplementation. I didn't need the micronutrient therapy. He said, it wasn't until I started taking this product that I realized that I'd lived my life almost into its entirety with stress, and like my cup was half full. And now he says, or half empty. Now he says, I live my life with my cup runneth over. Like he says, I just feel like this abundance, like my cup is half full and I've got this optimistic outlook on life. And he said, I never really knew that cloud that I was living under until I started taking this product. And I think that that's one of the things that a lot of people are going to find with micronutrient therapy as they start taking it is, number one, that they need it. Regardless of age, and that's probably the one question I'd maybe like to end on this call, is how old do I have to be in order to take this product? Melanie, you were talking about your kids taking it, but no matter what age demographic we live in, we all need micronutrient therapy. Some of us need a little bit more than others, depending on where we're at, but we all need a micronutrient therapy. And so, Melanie, you're like 24, 25, you've got young kids. How old were your kids when you started on this product? And through both of your experiences, what's kind of the age demographic with micronutrient therapy?
I believe it can be any age. I think kids need it in a just as big a way as we do as adults, because they're growing so quickly. Our youngest were 11 at the time when we started, but I know a lot of parents that if their kids are 3 or 4 and don't like to swallow capsules, will dump out the capsules and try to mix it up in applesauce or peanut butter, or sometimes you could disguise maybe one capsule in a cup of orange juice. But I think it's important for everyone to then find your magic number of the capsules, because our one son that was struggling to begin with, we give him a few more each day. I take the basic dose of 4. So as you're stressed, or maybe under, you haven't gotten a lot of sleep, or maybe going through a hard time, you can try upping your dose by a capsule or 2 and seeing if that will help. It's like finding your magic number, because I go back and forth, but 4 is the basic dose for sure. But I think any age, we all need micronutrients, is what I've found out. Every person needs to be on this product because it helps us be our best you.
I love that. I love that. Well, Joe and Melanie, thank you so much. Joe, thank you for stopping somewhere between here and Boise along the side of the road. And Melanie, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and day to be with us. And just really excited to be able to share the story of micronutrient therapy with the world. And and bringing this new product to market. We're very, very blessed and excited, and under both of your guys' leadership and that of all of our associates around the world, we're excited to see not only the businesses that we can build, but the lives that we can change. And like you were talking, Melanie, earlier today about the name BeneYOU, and really helping people to be the best you. That's really what we're focused on with this product and with this opportunity. And both of you two are shining examples of that. We're just so blessed and honored to have both of you guys leading the way here as some of our market leaders, and sharing your testimonies and hearts. So love you guys. Thank you so much for being on. God bless you guys. And we're excited. This week, BeneYOU is bringing out BeYOU. So thank you. Love you guys. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Ryan.
Thank you. Bye-bye.